Just no, come to just remember up there. You guys. Yeah, it's chilly. Yeah. This is the first time we've had Hamatan in a long time.
Yes,
In
now
a long
since
time.
no since Buhari's first year,
No. What I'm saying is that last year, remember it was
it came for
very fast.
it came for a very
Something that it hit one day, one quickly hit like that. My whole back was not reaching me every day.
Stand up, stay upright. It's not like this. Stay upright. Now, please. Now, sit. Sit. Like this. Yes. Back. 6, 7, put back well. 8.
Perfect. Okay.
Or you just keep your fist and
Yeah.
or you just put your fist in your chin. Down.
If it falls, I know that I moved. If it falls, I know that I moved.
Alright. So don't let the point distract you. Yeah, just relax. Alright. Okay. I think we've done enough ladder walk. So you can drop down.
Okay.
Don't
Okay.
relax. You're not eating hard, so it's not a bag, so go. Yeah, go. 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 So that was 1, 2. Now let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
That's hook.
Yeah, jab and yeah, who can't?
No power.
Uppercut,
No
yeah.
uppercut. 3, 4 is double.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go. 2, 3, 4. Again.
Oh, it's okay. No, okay.
3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you are dropping your hands. See the hook. Don't. You still have to.
Okay. Alright.
Go. Make it cross your eye line.
Okay.
Your eye line. Go. Again. Reach. And then loop it. Okay. Okay. 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. Is the heel 4, 4. Good. So,
Sorry. Just can you just try and curve this leg like this? You understand? push your knees over. Yes, this should afford you more stability.
Close that leg a bit
Because
more.
this
Bring
doing
down,
this,
bring down forward a bit more. Forward a bit more.
doing this can put you into trouble. It's very first going to strike you. So this inside here, if you collect a kick from here, your knee, this pointy part of your knee will protect you. You
Okay.
understand? But if it's this way, this may tend to happen. And
Okay.
that will be really bad for you.
Okay.
So just keep it this way. Always keep it on call. I know it's awkward, but just inculcate the habit.
Okay.
Try to avoid
Want to sleep? Don't tilt. See,
Now shift-
look at me.
shift
Keep
your-
looking at me.
your waist.
Yes.
Your
So
waist
you do
first.
just the sleep, for instance. Stay.
So,
Sleep.
see what you're doing. You're doing something that makes you if he's a kickboxer, somebody who has really fast hands. Once he goes on, he's picking up from there. He's collecting your face. So it's just a matter of your waist. Pushing your waist. Go this way. You understand? Try not to bend. Bending invites trouble. Once the person studies that, oh, you tend to bend that way, you have a remedy for that.
There you go.
So,
Hey, sorry.
Don't worry, keep going, keep going.
No, it's not him. It's not him. It's not him. My knee.
I'm to
Once in a while, he just does this thing where it's.
you twist or shift.
Yeah, it just has this spasm or something.
good. Climbing a little, but are you feeling any ache anywhere?
No.
Okay. No burn.
Huh? That's my lower back.
Huh?
That's my lower back.
Swallow.
Yeah, like this. This region.
So, okay, so you want to do an uppercut, you're going to dip your knee and shoot up. Go. Just dip, shoot.
Okay.
Dip. Yes. Don't go up. Just hit the pad. Good. Again. 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 Deep shoot. Deep shoot. Deep shoot. Deep shoot. Good. This punch is very good because even if somebody's hands are close like this may be big by the time you're wearing gloves and somebody is like this. You understand? You may not be able to get inside.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, you will. You understand? Of course, you're not going to stay where you're staying now. But this is the guy person's defense. This is the defense.
Yeah.
One leg back. So, if I come like this, you could close ranks, close. See that? But this one, this is bigger. This
Okay.
takes
Okay,
up less
guys.
space.
Easier to sleep in.
Yes. Twist the leg, twist the leg, twist the leg, twist the leg. Good, twist the leg, twist the leg, twist the leg. Exactly. Yes. Every time you twisted the leg, it was more solid.
Okay.
You understand? So you don't have to. That way you stay central. Because if you get used to, you'll be overbalanced when you're not moving in an actual fight. There's way more motion in an actual fight. You find out that you're a swinging fighter. Your whole body will be carrying you. But this way, you always stay. Your hand is not going to travel where you cannot bring it back. Because all you need to just twist. Boom. Lead hand knockout. You understand? Which is very good for stretch your hand. Very good for you can go on or you can do the uppercut version. You understand? So just leaning out as long as you are twisting. Go. You understand? Very good for retreating. For somebody taller like you, I won't bother going over. I'll definitely go under. But if I find somebody that is my height, we call it a check. Like you need to check the person. So you can step back. This way. You understand? Sorry. Step out. And I just wait for you to maybe throw a jab. You throw the first jab, and I slipped. The next one you throw, boom. You see that? Again. And I come from here.
Oh, okay, no problem. So we'll see on Tuesday. Okay, yeah, so hi, what's up? Just came to the gym this evening to like have like a good session for the evening. The gym is basically empty at this time of the year. It's December and everyone's basically there at a party. Or and also I spent the entire day just looking at my entire year and then what things that I think I should have done better at. I feel like I could have done better at content, I could have done better at focusing. I had a couple of distractions here and there. Yeah, I would say just getting better at what I'm doing and eliminating more distractions. Also, for next day, I'll try my best to be creating more content. In short, I think next day, I want to use my first quarter to double down on content. I guess I've saved up enough money to get a team, a better team for artists for my content. I'm going to be having a team of three, a team of primary three artists. Apart from myself, I have the long form editor, short form editor, long form editor, short form editor, and like a content director. That is, she's in charge of she's just in charge of things that I don't want to handle. So she's taking course, the person's taking courses, in terms like YouTube SEO, thumbnails, and that. I'm just going to the scripts, and she's also shadowing me. My long form editor is doubling as a videographer, following me to places that I won't be able to record myself and all. So stories and everything. So I feel like I have placed a budget on content. The whole idea is to figure out how to create what I feel like creating. So I have enough money to not want to monetize, to pay the bills. So I get to create things that I genuinely want to create. That's what's also today budgeting, slashing things that I don't want, and it's the case for how I can get 6 months of runway. So 6, 7, so just as a way of getting some nice pumps in. So today, for some health reasons, right? So I was taking a break, and I kept on playing Batman, right? Batman's like clips with him and Ra's al Ghul, playing the clips with him and Bane. And I got to discover that a lot of things that I'm learning from martial arts are things that are not new. They're like some deep historical wisdom type stuff. Looking at the words that these guys use. So, I mean, every single time we paint villains as bad, right? And we don't get to learn a lot of things from them. If you listen to what Bane says, just realize that that guy is good. Like he talks well, he talks very smart. I mean, and I kept on hearing. I mean, Raj Agul and Bane, right? Two bad guys. When I said Bane Tom is talking about how victory, how victory has defeated Batman, victory has defeated you, something has made you weak. I'll check it out, but I think it's getting me to live on over again, and I think I'm going to make like fun videos. This is where I want to go to my YouTube channel where like an idea hits me, turn on my camera, I create a long form and a short form version. The short form version is just me telling stories in 90 seconds. It's going to help me improve my storytelling skills. All my long form also, my long form ideas help me. I just spit out my ideas for 10-20 minutes. Well, with less stammer and all. And more value. Then Rajagu made a statement. Rajagu said that your father failed to protect your mother, that is Batman's mother. And Batman was like, oh, his father was weak and the guy had a gun. He said, no, you don't need strength. What you need is the will. And everything turns out to be will. And that reminds me of Bob Proctor's teachings when he says that when when Bob Proctor say something to the tune of about what I said that a president walks up to you, I think a head of science or something, and you ask a question that what would it take to take a man to the moon, land him on the moon and bring him back safely? His response was simple: the will to do it. And ever since, right, my mind keeps flashing back to the Kabbalion. Keep talking about will. The fact that the will is super powerful and the only thing we can literally control is our will. The moment you lose control of your willpower, you're messed up. I mean, that's a lot of stuff. I really wish I could like. So what's that? Like I said, this coming year, my goal is to start with four short form videos, one long form per day, and one long form, one short form, and I don't know how many tweets, but like I said, let technical work. I'm cutting off my startup is going to be heading and doing a lot of content. So I'm not entirely sure I was visible throughout. So and then guess what? This is 760 at 80 kg. I'm going to come somewhere. Let's not compromise my carbon size. So let's go back to my Universal Mushashi. So I feel like at this point I need to buy a physical book, read one, read one point, and create like a 6 to 10 minutes video to that point. So one of my goals for next year, right, is not just to create noise, not just content noise, to take concepts, synthesize these ideas so well, and do this without a script. I may have bullet points, since I want to learn, or to do everything without a script. That is why I want to create 4 videos, long form video, almost every single day, even every day. So without a miss. To be very frank, I've never set this goal accurately, but I'm going for more. So it's the time of the year when we get to know the people who are committed to the gym like this. I still not sure. I still get to come to the gym. If they open on December 25, I'll still come out. I'll still be at the gym. That's how to me gymming is supposed to be. It's not a thing that I go and do. It's something that I just get to do and I get to do it for fun. Plus, I have barely lifted weight in a while. Also next year, I want to try training like Batman. That means that I want to be doing a lot of shoulder workouts. I'm at the gym though. A lot of compound workouts. I'm like, I'm like training like Batman today. Tomorrow I'm training like Bane and all that. But basically, I have to work on my physics. So today, it's very easy. Bro, that's what happens when you're in small state. Tastes like food and not a problem. Because literally, as you speak, I brought out food from my fridge so that I remember to eat this night because well, today has been pretty interesting. So hopefully, I believe all of my New Year resolutions start before the New Year, not on the New Year. My New Year should make it about day 5 or day 3, day 3 or 5, thereabouts. So today I just took a break, went on social media, right, and I saw so should I say, I went on X rather, and I saw a trend of a space like an X space that was talking about how people paid a lady about 1 million naira to basically hear her moan, and and it then dawned on me that why am I afraid to put out my content? Because to some extent, I have this fear of judgment of my content, right? I don't want to be misunderstood. This is somebody who posts nudes. I mean, like, I'm not here to judge her. That's her business. So if I'm not judging her, right, then who will judge me? Yeah, I know I have a couple of views that are well thought out, super valuable, and I really want guys to hear. So, to be very, very frank, I think at this point, it's not about fear of judgment. It's just love, overwork, and overstress. Right. Who I saw a video online. She was crying on an X space, saying that, and he cried, right? She says it's not her fault that men lack sexual discipline. Oh yes, that should be the solution. Raise the awareness for men to have sexual discipline. One of my goals was going next men as disciplined. If I'm the one that's pushing them to the gym, I'll be super grateful. So my one of my life strategies is to focus on the kind of women that we want to go out with. That is me and my community, which I'm aiming to build. The goal is to focus on only the kind of women we want. We don't want to focus on what we don't want. So we just preach about women that match the green flags and ignore the red flags. Okay, this is your favorite country. So I'll be talking too much, but I think I'm enjoying it. Because today, this is my rest, time to rest. So, hear me. Okay, so I'm back to my Miyamoto Musashi. Let's see what we have for today. So I've not done this in a while, so I'm starting with 15 kg and stepping up gradually. So let me try supersetting with raises and dumbbell press. Be detached from. Okay. Okay, so I've got this principle where it talks about do not be carried away by lust or love. And again, I had this thought process again today, talking about how one of the videos I want to make is I want to make a video talking about why men who are, should I use the word, less emotionally available play a role in society because when somebody who is less emotionally attached is needed respect out of authenticity. But for the rest, whenever they do things, a lot of the times they expect they expect something in return, which creates a form of open loop. Okay, so let me see if I can step up to 17.5. So when people say, "Oh, do you love me?" and yeah, you can always they will always say yes, but it's not about do you love me because if you love somebody, right, genuine love, you would want what is best for the person. But the question is, I will always ask is, are you the best for that person? Because if you're not the best for the person, then you have a problem. And to take it further, so you get more into the upper chest. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, shit. Then we're going up to 20 next. I always say this. One of the reasons I really love coming to the gym when the gym is empty is because I get less distracted. I don't have to look at who's looking at me. I don't have to bother about looking eye contact and everything. Because like I always say, yeah, do I socialize? Yes, I do. But it's not a thing where I say, if I don't do, I'll feel bad. And it says this idea of lust and love that people preach or people practice is heavily subject to change. What that mostly means is that the person that says I love you today, I'll be the exact same person to cause the most harm. And depending on strength you left, support the pendulum strength you left, which I have repeated over and over again. And what that technically means is if you love somebody so well, so great, this is a quote unquote, I'm trying to like the kind of love that is built on what do they call it? Um, kind of love that is built on um, attachment. The, the, the more you feel that if you have that emotions, and the more the person is away from you, the more you feel that something is missing in you. That is why, from time to time, you should detach. Oh, and then that reminds me, whenever you are attached to somebody or something, right, it most likely ends up making you want to force things to happen. You want to make the person want to be with you. So you are showering favors, items, gifts, because you want the person to be with you while you're doing all of that. And this is what I think I'm proud of myself. It's something I take pride in the fact that whenever I do things, I do them from a place of. And it's a scenario of shocking my ego because sometimes you should also be worried about your ego, right? You always want you to feel good about yourself. But no, I'm showcasing this because of you are there, listen. I'm saying that if you want to do things, do things because you come from a place of authenticity, not because you would you would get something back because you will get something back. No, give. And I realize that. I can always say, for it's written, give and you shall receive. Anything you put out there, you get it back. But this time around, just focus on the giving, focus on the process, right? And the outcome will happen. I think you see this guy that was Moby Dick. Moby Dick was not a major hit until he passed. And he said when sometimes work out, but just give because it's part of evolution basically to give. You're making the world a better place if you give yourself, if you give your best, if you give your heart. So this will be my last chest workout, and I'll be moving to shoulder workout. Maybe shoulder and pull-ups, because I really want to become a fan of pull-ups. So from next year, I'm doing a lot of calisthenics. I'm not entirely sure my calendar will move, but it's going to be interesting, like switching from lifting weight to like good calisthenics. I find it to be much more difficult whenever I press my lower back to the bench and get support from my chest and squeeze on the dumbbells hard. the whole idea of not having preferences doesn't mean that you didn't make choices. You didn't like things, but you should not just cling to them as without it, the purpose is missing. What's going to happen? And like it pushes a lot about detachment. No, you do mind shifting because of so sympathetic shoulders and back. Okay, let me hang. So it's just be indifferent to where you live. Why this shit's very, very hard is because I'm from Nigeria, and in Nigeria we have this idea of everybody just wants to live for greener pastures, and they feel like they'll be happy when they get to the place that they are running to. It's called Jackman, which is code for run. And so, let me go sideways this time around. Let's turn around. So, I think so. From somebody else that I heard this part from, he says that move, right? It's not like where you live, move. Soon you realize that it's not where you live that matters, but how you live. That you should not try to fix an internal problem with an external solution. That part hits me hard, and it will hit you if you think about it. That where you live is not as important as how you live. Yes. So living in a big house doesn't mean that you're living a better life. Doesn't mean that you have a better quality of life. Yes, I want a big house, and I'm fully aware that it's not supposed to bring me happiness. I want a big house for my personal reasons. I really love having that space around. So I don't want to lose this thought process, right? It says, don't let yourself be carried away by anger. Is it anger? Hold on. Yeah. I did lose the thought process. I didn't want to lose, but let me see if I can get it back. Yep, you don't hold on to anger and resentment. If you look back in your life and see the things that you did while you were angry, to be very frank, I can always see some things have equal parts, equal blessings, and they are equal courses. There are people who have started a process, who have changed their, because to be very frank, most of myself, the problem journey happened due to negativity, anger, and the like. So I'm not completely dismissed anger, but you should be very careful for it not to be your driving. It can be a great motivator, right? But it should not be that thing that you hold on to for that long, because in itself, it clouds judgment. It makes you do a whole lot of stupid stuff. And trust me, you are the one who is responsible for every single thing in your life.